Hi everyone, today we're making pinto beans. So the first thing is I have Best Choice. It's a 2-pound bag originally and I have a half of it, so about a pound, because I'm just cooking for 2 people, and even at that they usually swell up to where there's a lot left over to make chili or something like that. But the first thing you want to do is sort through and pick out any that are not, that have like bad spots, or if you see dirt or any just malformed bean like that. I'm going to take that out. It's looking relatively good shape. There's one I'm going to take out. It might just be that it's dirty, but I'm going to take it out. And the other thing that we're going to do today is we're going to work on reducing the gas-causing enzymes that are in beans. I'm not really sure about the specific name of it. I think it's like oligosaccharide or something like that. That's just a guess. But anyway, what we'll do is what they call the quick soak method. And after I rinse these off, I'm going to bring them to a boil and let them set at a minimum for 30 minutes, but I usually like to let them set in the boiling water for at least an hour, and then I pour that water off before I season it or anything, because from my research into that, the gas-causing enzyme is generally released during that time period, and when you pour that water off after you've brought them to the boil and allowed them to sit in that for a while, it releases that enzyme, and you're pouring the gas-causing enzymes, or at least a bulk of it, you're pouring a big majority of that off of the beans. Alright, so I'm going to give these a rinse. Let that fill up. Well, I have a strainer here. I usually like to pour that off because there's a lot of floating things. I don't know if you can see it or not, that the strainer often catches and just puts back into the beans. So I usually do this a few times. I don't know if you can see this very well or not, but see how dirty that water still is. And now we're going to go ahead and put them in the water to boil. I usually put at least 1.5 to 2 inches of water over that, and you can probably measure that by your finger, bring it up to your first knuckle, and you should have at least enough, well, maybe not this knuckle, but this one. And then you should have at least enough water in it to get started. Okay, so I'm going to turn the burner on. I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to turn the burner off and put the lid on it and let it sit for 30 minutes to an hour. I would probably recommend the hour if you can at all, just to get more of the enzymes off of it. Okay, bring that to a boil, and we'll come back. While that boils, I just want to talk to you about cooking at home and beans in particular. Beans, well, a lot of grocery items are becoming more expensive, but in the grocery stores, the beans in the cans, they're becoming more expensive, over $1 sometimes over $1.50. And you know, you can usually get a bag of beans for like $3 something, and that makes a lot of beans, and it goes a long way. And they're really, really good when you home cook them, and you can make them the way that you want to. So our beans have come to a boil, and so what I'm going to do now is turn the burner off, and I'm going to set this for an hour, and then we'll come back and we'll pour this water off. So it's been an hour, and I'm going to pour this water off and put some clean water over it, probably rinse them again too, and then we'll season them. Okay, so I've rinsed them, and I'm going to season them with salt and pepper, and I'm going to add a bit of bacon. My family tends to like bacon. So 2 halves, I've got this cut in half, so 2 halves make a whole. It's probably about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.5 pieces here. I'm going to wash my hands. You guys probably already know this, but anytime you handle raw meat, you need to wash your hands, because the germs from that can spread to your salt and pepper shakers. It can spread to all kinds of things that you touch. Okay, this is about a teaspoon here. We're going to start there, and you may want to add more later, but it's a good place to start. Pepper just to your desired taste. Now it'll take about 2.5 to 3 hours to get beans done, and you know you may have to come back. Well, you will need to come back and check them and stir them. You may even have to add more water to them if they get to cooking, you know, too low to where they're sticking before they're completely done. You know, if they're getting low of water. You don't want to make them too watery or runny though, you know, so because you do kind of want them to thicken up, or at least my family usually likes them to thicken up a little. But anyway, we'll kind of check back occasionally. So the beans are soft now, but I am going to boil them down to get them thicker, because that's how we like it. Let's see if I can show you here. See, it's soft. So I've turned these beans off. They're pretty well the way we like them, but you might like them to be a little thicker, and if so, you might want to cook them down a little more, and that's perfectly fine, because that's one of the good things about cooking at home. You can cook things the way you like it. Let's see about that. If you liked that video, please like and subscribe and ring that bell so that you can be informed when other videos become available. And as always, thank you so much for watching.